A Misanthrope's Lecture announces.
Hi and welcome. I'm your host, the least important man in the room, and today I'm not hosting anything. Today isn't a show, but rather a look into something I like to have done in my spare time. I have all these records, and some of them have really amazing artwork. Some of them, not so much. However, others keep me up at night, wondering and searching, but I can't find it. And what I mean is, some of these records have mysterious people on them, and I'm curious. I want to know who they are. Sometimes a quick search will reveal the answer, and then there are times I will spend weeks or months trying to uncover the mystery. When that happens, I usually send a letter to Mr. Wendazy. For a price, he can find anything. I sent him something a little while ago, and I just received his reply. Let's see what he found.
This is Mr. Wendazy. I have received your letter and your down payment. Unfortunately for me, your money was good. How I wish it wasn't. I'll accept. I see you want to know about the two kimono-clad dames on the front of the cover of the Sparks' Kimono My House. Alright, Limit R, or whatever the hell you're calling yourself. Here's what I found. First, some cursory information. Kimono My House is the Sparks' third album and was released in May of 1974. Its name is a play on the old song, Come On to My House. The photo in question was captured by Carl Stoker. And while I hate assumptions, I'll put money on you believing that those high-pitched vocals probably belong to one of those two Japanese girls. But no, all vocals came from Russell Moal, the Sparks' lead singer. Now, on to what you're paying me for. Just who are the two geisha girls on the cover photo? We'll call the one on the left Miss Surprise, and the one on the right, Winky. Miss Surprise's real name is Kuniko Okamura, while Winky's real name is Michi Hirota. Both girls came from the Red Buddha Theater Company, which Winky's husband, Joji Hirota, a renowned percussionist, was musical director of. The Sparks' record company sought out the troupe, looking for a couple of Japanese girls to pose for the album cover. From interviews with Winky and Stoker, I pieced together this information on the shoot. The girls brought their own kimonos and makeup, and were given free rein to pose and act how they wanted. At the start of the session, the girls chose formal and serious expressions and poses. It wasn't until further into the session, when they started to loosen up and joke around, that they would give rise to the fun type poses used on the cover. I couldn't find much information on Miss Surprise other than what I found on the flyer for a Red Buddha Theater production and what Winky gave in the interview. In the production, a show called The Man from the East, she played a crazy girl and a person who wore a fox mask. In undisclosed time later, she would leave the theater company, marry a Frenchman, and have 4 kids. That is all. Winky's the more prolific of the two, yet I couldn't find much more information on her. Surprising, but that's how the information flows. First, while from her own words I can confirm that she was an actress with the Red Buddha Theater, I couldn't find a Michi Hirota who worked there. I did find a Michi Matsuzaki. This Matsuzaki played an office girl and a lesbian in The Man from the East. It can be assumed that this is just her maiden name, but I can't confirm this, and I hate to assume. Still, rather odd piece of information to be missing given her proximity to fame. Next, in 1980 she would pop up again on another album, this time providing the Japanese vocals for David Bowie's It's No Game No. 1 from his Scary Monsters and Super Creeps LP. Originally, she was just to coach Bowie on singing the Japanese translations of some of the lyrics, but this fell flat. Undiscouraged, he asked her to perform the lyrics herself as aggressively and as masculine as possible. As such, Bowie wanted to, quote, break down a particular type of sexist attitude about women, unquote. This concludes my investigation. Along with this tape, you'll find a reproduction of the Red Buddha Theater flyer and a bill for my services. And Limit R, remember to triple that fee for what happened last time.
Ah, very informative. Mr. and Daisy, you never let me down. Well, anyway, I'm the least important man in the room, telling you, no, daring you to take everything you learn, no matter how small, how trivial, even from somebody else, and make it useful. Until next time, hugs and kisses, and adieu.